Hello my friends, I'm finally back from the hospital and to be honest, this was my most difficult 14 days so far in my life. So for today, I want to share my story, what happened, what is going on and what will happen. But if you are weaker nature, the viewer discretion is advised. But if you are not, stick with me till end because this is a wild one. Let's get started. So, about 15 days ago, I came back from my trip. I was visiting my girlfriend and I felt really sick, guys. My left leg hurt really bad and grocery store is from my home about 100 meters and I so struggled to even get there, and like old granny was with the canes saw me and she told me like, wow, you look really horrible, you should do something. Or so that was kind of scary that even she told me, and at that moment I felt very sick. So I came back home and I discussed it with my family and I rather call the ambulance because it was very bad. But at that time they arrived in about hour and it was like two young guys and they saw me and they see me and they told like, oh, you can walk, like what is going on, why you call the ambulance, you don't need it, don't even take your bag, because I prepared my bag with the water and breakfast, stuff like that, because I knew that I gonna be there maybe longer time. They told me like, no, you gonna be back from the hospital in an hour or something, maybe this is nothing, because maybe for them I didn't look that sick at that time. I honestly don't know what he was thinking, but they took me to the hospital and I was thinking that I'm gonna see some doctor like right away, but I was actually waiting 4 hours, guys, totally without anything, without water, that I had prepared in the bag. So that was totally like disappointing for me. And after that I see the doctor and his first reaction, like, he see the paper and he told me like, wow, why you call the ambulance for such a stuff, you should go by the tram or call the taxi or whatever, but for me I felt really like I'm dying, so the other doctor saw me and he did the sonograph, that's like the stuff that see the veins and stuff like that. And he told me like, wow, it's very serious, you have thrombose, that's some kind of like blocked veins, I don't know exactly the terms, but it's very serious. So he told me like, you have to stay at the hospital and we can't release you today at home. But the hospital was so full that people was sleeping in the dining rooms and stuff like that, it was crazy. So I was actually at the eye department or something like that, eye department, and two of my the people that I was sleeping at the room, they had problem with snoring, and that became my big problem. Because of that I didn't sleep like 2 days. It was ridiculous. So they did some testing on me and they told me like, it seems like a thrombose, maybe I will take some needles for that makes your blood better. I don't know how to say it, but basically that. So I was still thinking about that, but they told me, because I don't know if most of you guys maybe don't know, but I actually had the testicular cancer about 8 or 9 months ago. They removed the tumor, but there was still some kind of problem, so I was really worried about that. And actually that made it through because they did the CT scan, and CT scan showed that in my body are like several nodules, and one of them is like pressuring the veins, other one was pressuring my kidney, and that kidney nearly didn't work at all. So that was really big problem. And when the doctor told me, you know, like my world was totally flipped over again, you know, because we all thought that everything is fine. As most of you know, I was competing in Hungary at the World Championship. Really, like the last 8 months I felt like I'm good. I was in a full power. Maybe even few weeks ago, you guys remember, I did the banger video with the chakrams and stuff like that. I felt really good. But yeah, the nodules really got bigger. Maybe it was because of the winter, I honestly don't know. But they are there, and that was the big problem. So the doctor told me that I will have surgery on Monday. That will basically make my kidney work again and connect it with the urinary bladder. I honestly didn't know about much that surgery, because in my head I was thinking like this is very bad, you know. So I was waiting for the Monday. As you know, I did the short update video, and on the Monday we went to the hospital in about 7 o'clock. And in the hospital, if you are before the surgery or stuff like that, you can't eat or can't drink. So on the Monday I was basically just waiting for the doctor to tell me like they realize I'm gonna need some kind of filter because of that thrombose that is pressuring the veins. So they want to make it on Tuesday. On the Tuesday I was waiting in about to the 11 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, you can't eat, can't drink. It was very frustrating, you know. I was starving already the days before. But it was very important make the surgery. So the first supposed to be that filter, you know. So I went to the other department. It was like some kind of big octopus. It was crazy. He was talking about knife throwing, a little far. But they opened my leg. It was like very short cut, but they opened it, you know. And doctor told me like the thrombose got a little better, and I don't even need that filter, you know. But that was like necessary at least to check. But I had to wait. So for another surgery, the like I told you, open the make the kidney work again to the urinary bladder. But I had to wait like another 2 hours. So actually the surgery was about 3 o'clock. It was very the waiting. They did give me the pill, and I don't even know when I start to sleep. So after that I actually woke up in the room, and it was already after surgery, so I was surprised. But I was surprised as well about one thing, that from my wiener is like some kind of straw, something like that, that's supposed to make me, you know, peeing, you know, somewhere. And I didn't expect these guys at all, and it felt was the worst pain, and there was still the like pain kills something in me. It was really horrible. So after that we came back to our room, and after I heard like more details that now I'm gonna be peeing blood, you know, and stuff like that, and it's gonna hurt for some time. But I told the doctor like I can't hold it anymore. The straw, it was bizarre, guys. It was crazy. I hate it, you know. So they told me like, okay, we can remove it in the evening, you know. The like very young lady had to remove it, you know. It was disgusting, guys. It was honestly the worst feeling ever. Yeah, I hate it. I hated it very much. But after that I felt really like pain, you know, peeing blood and stuff like that, and that still keep going. And imagine I'm going to, how many times you going per day? on the toilet, you know. It's crazy, but now it's getting better. I will get after that. But that was just the beginning of my road and battle, because right after that I had to go right away to the oncology center and start the chemotherapy. And who wasn't been, guys, on the chemo or in the oncology center? Man, for me it was like, here is like hell, you know, and very like next close to it is like the oncology center, because you literally fighting for your life every single day. And I spoke with the doctor and he told me like if I would came maybe a month or 2 months later I could been really dead, you know. It was very shocking, and I need the chemotherapy right away. So of course I wasn't hesitating with that. I had to take it. But what was like the bad thing, that not bad thing but bad thing like for me, because they actually need to heal like 3 diseases, you know. My thrombos, you know, they wanted to those nodules, also battle with the temperature, so I had like the antibiotics. So it was really ridiculous, because they woke me every time like 5 o'clock, and you have like the needle on the pump, you know, and they pumping all that stuff, all the good stuff, all day up to the about 10 o'clock, you know. So by the end of the day, if I was at that condition, I felt like always really bad. And don't forget, I'm still peeing the blood and it hurts like a hell, you know. So very crazy. But slowly, day by day, I was feeling better actually, guys. The chemo wasn't that bad. Like I was thinking, like I remember that some parties with some friends was much worse. And what was like more depression for me was like seeing the very sad people at the dining room, and like it was so silent, guys. Like nearly nobody talk each other, everybody just looking at one direction and eating their own food. Like that was so depressing for me. So I was actually going there every time, at least with the music, you know. I was listening my tunes, and I didn't want to think about that. But like I said, I was feeling better and better each day. The peeing was still not the best, the blood was still out there, it still hurt. But like I said, I was still seeing the vision that I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna heal and win this fight once and for all. And actually now I'm finally at home, guys, and I can walk. This is like the amazing feeling, because it was really worse for me that I was actually on the wheelchair before, like pushed my own mother. That was so depressing, you know, to be, you are 1 week throwing the chakrams, a lot of fun, and other week I was on the wheelchair, so that was really crazy. And now, like I said, I can finally walk, I feel much better. And now what actually is going on is that I have to go there 3 times a week. They control like my blood pressure, they take me the blood, and I will have another chemotherapy in about 14 days. So until that I have to get strength as much as possible, a lot of power, a lot of food, because now I actually weighed like a Bruce Lee. I dropped 7 kilograms and now I'm at only 63 kilograms. That's kinda really sick, you know, but I will get more weight now. And yeah, guys, crazy. So it's still gonna be big fight, but like I said, guys, I'm going to win this. And now on some good notes, what will happen in future. I received, guys, this amazing gift all the way from the Russia, from my friend Dimitri. He actually started his own company for throwing knives, so even this case is freaking badass. This is the first time I have seen this. Very cool. So I want to show you the knives that he actually sent me. This is the Charakternik. I guess it was designed by Dmitry Melnikov, if I'm not wrong, the legendary Russian knife thrower. Very cool shape. I also had about each knife, but it's in Russian, so I will try to translate and make a full review, of course. I will show you the other ones. This one is Vizeri. I really like the shape. It reminds me the shape of the arrow. And Dimitri told me like this is the company that make like a tanks, you know, and stuff like that. So the steel will be on very high quality, guys. So maybe in the future we're gonna work more with them and make it available for you as well. But look at that, this is the third one, and this is a Drago. And I honestly can't wait to test this one, because this one again reminds the shape of my arrow knife, and the steel feels really amazing. I hope you can see the details. And of course now I can't throw them because I really have to save my energy, and it's also very cold now in the Czech. But for me this is big motivation, because when I feel better, this is gonna be my first review that I will make like a normal video, you know, these knives from the Russia. So thank you very much, Dimitri. And like I said, I have to relax now a lot, so I actually bought the PS4 and some totally brand new games like Red Dead Redemption 2. So I was actually thinking that maybe I can make the live stream. You can be here, guys, with me on the chair. We can talk, and I will also play maybe the Redemption story, or you can throw knives, axes there. It's a lot of fun. And I also have the Fallout 76. I'm a big fan of the Fallout games, so maybe we can try that one as well. So let me know in the comments what do you actually think about this. I think it could be good fun, and I can at least do something when I will be stuck at home. Last but not least, I would really want to thank, guys, everyone that supported me on my GoFundMe campaign, because I honestly didn't expect such a support. You guys wrote me from all around the world, so I really appreciate it, guys. If you still want to support the cause, the link will be in the description below. And also what I want to say by the end of this video, that I realize how much important is to have the close friends and your family in these dark times around you, because I can't imagine some people in the world going through this totally alone. It must be so frustrating, and they have the deepest respect, because this is I'm a big fighter, and this is really hard one, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to pretend anything. This is big fight, but I'm gonna win this, mark my words. So I think for today, guys, that's it. So thank you everyone for watching. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.